I have a blog, and somebody sent me kind of a long, detailed email about a rape, and I guess it's close to the. Anyway, if you call me back, I'll give you all the information. Thanks.
Monica wrote us a long letter, right? Was it a pretty long letter? Yes. Very long letter. Was it sincere?
I believe she's sincere.
So when you say a 13th step, that's some kind of thing outside the boundaries of the treatment program?
No, it's not. AA is not a treatment program. 13 is a euphemism. It's a euphemism for a type of behavior that has been known to go on in AA for at least as long as I'm sober, which is 35 years, because it happened to me. The criminal behavior that we discovered was later, but what first sort of came to the front was member-on-member behavior, bad 13-stepping, gay members running to straight meetings because old-timer gay guys were hitting on them so bad, new young women being preyed upon by guys who were sober for a significant amount of time and taking advantage of them. And we decided to do a workshop. From the workshop, there were rapes that were going on in Covina.
Just give me, because you're covering a lot of subjects. What was your experience in L.A.?
Yes.
Okay.
In L.A.
Are you a member of one of these groups?
Yes.
I think AA is a wonderful thing.
Well, a lot of people do. The problem is that it really isn't.
Dee, it's okay for you not to like it, but it's okay for other people to like it.
Well, there's a problem with that, and that's because according to corporate AA, 60% of their people, their new people, are there by court order, are there over child custody issues.
Is there a corporate AA?
Yes, and we now have...
No, there really isn't.
Yes, there is.
There's a general service office.
Okay.
Well, I would suggest checking out AA.org.
We have the same problems with AA up here, and I would suggest that if it's happening right across the country, then you might have some down there that you're not hearing about. Well, see, I don't go to AA or NA, but you guys, how many meetings a week you go to, John?
Anywhere between 10 and 14.
Meetings a week? God, how many you go to, Mike?
I go to 6 or 7.
Wow. So
what we're talking about here really is AA culture. AA is an organization, which is a worldwide organization. And the way that the traditions of AA are set up are so that nobody can get the word out about this type of thing unless people like Monica stand up and start to say something. Now, one of your guests said earlier that he's seen this type of thing, but what do you do about it? And then later on, he said, well, the police should handle that kind of thing. Well, I'd have to ask him, as an AA member, what have you done about it? Have you called the police? And what happens within AA culture is there's this quieting down of this type of thing. Right. I'm no longer in AA. I was in AA and out of AA for 18 years, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a religious cult.
Okay. All right.
Now, I have a lot more complaints. It goes a lot farther than just 13 stepping. I think it's a bizarre culture that really does a lot of damage.
You are entitled to your opinion, and we thank you for sharing it. I'm positive that AA in general is a fabulous organization. I heard Monica say that there's some bad apples. I heard her say that. There's no doubt in my mind. John agrees. Mike agrees with that.
Has someone compared going to AA to a basketball game earlier?
They did? I didn't hear it. I love basketball.
Yes, they did.
Okay, I did.
They did.
I must have missed it.
Well, they did. And it's you're in a whole different mind state. I mean, I realize you run into bad people everywhere, but AA does portray itself to be this safe organization, this support group that is totally safe. And then you get there and you're so down and out, you're beat down because you are an alcoholic and you've been through a lot of stuff. And you think you're safe there. When you go to a basketball game or to a mall or, to the grocery store, you don't have the same expectations that you do when you go to an AA meeting.
And
You feel like you can trust people, and you are so love-bombed when you walk in through the door, everybody's just like, oh, I love you,
Right.
keep coming back.
You've been really dismissive of the people that have called in that do have legitimate complaints about AA. And I can say that what's happening there, what the local people there are complaining about, it permeates AA. Not, I'm not going to give AA the benefit of the doubt because I've seen this happen all over. I'm calling from New Brunswick, Canada. I've seen this happen in Maine, just across the border from where I'm at. I've seen this happen all throughout North America. I've lived in 5 time zones. And AA is absolutely littered with the lowest that society has to offer.
I told you before, we've had witnesses. People have threatened to shoot up our store. People have threatened not just my life, people have threatened other people's lives.
Like, my letters began in October of last year. So it's been, my work began before that, but I finally wrote letters, and my letters were warning letters. So when Christine Cass was murdered, and he began to stalk her, and he murdered, her and her 13-year-old daughter and the dog, and then he shot himself, I had been warning them that things were not safe. And my friend Callie and I, who we were working on this, we could see that. We didn't see it that bad. Like, we didn't imagine that. But we had really, really bad feelings.